Hey guys, and welcome back to Take a Sip podcast, episode, I believe 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, episode 8 with me, Miss Worldwide.
And me, Mercy Exquisite.
Hey, so girl, bust it. No, because literally I think for the past, 2-3 days now, all I've been seeing is the bust it challenge. Like, are you trying to bust it? Do the challenge?
I'm not gonna lie. I might have to do it for TikTok. But no, it's a fun challenge.
It's so
I think
fun.
the girls, do you know what? Girls are just beautiful.
Honestly, I've had so much fun and I've really appreciated like the girl and the woman form, like watching it.
Honestly, seeing the transformation from rags to like bad bitches. Like,
but you know who's enjoying it more than us?
The men, of course.
Guys are so happy.
They just can't wait for the second half.
They can't wait. Like,
where they're on their knees.
You so silly. I even saw a tweet. Basically, one guy was like, "This is why we move to you when you're in like Tesco or whatever, looking with your oversized t-shirt and your baggy shorts, because we know the bad bitch inside." You know what I mean?
We can see the vision. We see the potential.
Exactly, and you know with
literally,
no, literally the potential. But you know with obviously lockdown like 5 or 7 or 100 at this point. Remember last time there was loads of TikTok challenges and everyone was doing dances and stuff.
The don't rush challenge.
I feel like I see the emerge coming and I'm about to be involved.
What, with TikTok? Listen, TikTok has literally birthed so many like millionaires. This whole quality is sick. It's educational. It's fun, and it's just for everyone of all ages. It's creative. So I'm not gonna lie, I might have to work on my Megan Thee Stallion knees. And
I tried it. I practiced in the mirror.
Bust it. How did that go?
So I bust it and then I couldn't get back up.
So you really bust it.
Yeah, like bust down more. Like.
Bust down.
But no, it was really interesting seeing on more news that I've just been seeing online. It's official. Michael B.
All I was seeing this week is like breakups and makeups, and just like, for example, Rotimi proposed to his girlfriend.
What you're not going to do is trigger me. Anybody that knows me knows that Rotimi...
Baby, yeah.
Like Dre from Power, like I know they killed him off, my baby. I have had a crush on him from the minute he stepped foot on Power. Like, I fancy that guy. So when I saw that he proposed to his girl, I can't lie, deep down I was a bit jealous, but I'm happy for him.
The game.
He's gone. He even was making videos, because he makes these funny skit videos. He's like, I'm out the game. I'm no longer on the streets. I don't belong to the streets no more. Like, I've got my wife. I'm tied down.
When a guy is just happy with his woman, it's so beautiful. And then we had a couple breakups as well, actually. When we're speaking about makeup, we had Kim and Kanye, apparently, who are rumored to be getting
This is just a rumor. We don't know. No one's come out with any actual official statement. But
I know
rumors.
They've been going through some rough patches
for a while now.
It's just like, but Kim's a trooper, man. I actually feel for her, because I feel like she really wants like love, and she's just not had it easy with all her relationships.
She hasn't. And I'm like a keeping up of the Kardashian fanatic. Like, I watch every single episode that's been released. And so I've literally seen from when she was with Ray J and that whole thing happened with the sex tape, and then from Reggie
then she
Bush,
got married.
And then she got married before that.
All of them.
And literally relationship after relationship after relationship. And one thing she's literally a hopeless romantic. And I know she has fought for her marriage. She has really tried. I think people have called out when Kanye's had his episodes and his little, dramas that he's been doing like constantly. I think people have called out and just been like, Kim, why are you still with him? Kim, are you not checking on him? Kim, what's going on with him?
She said through thick or thin. And
she really did try.
The thick is a little thick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's tried. And then we had a few other breakups, like Latoya Luckett.
I just heard about that today, actually.
Literally, yeah. Because I feel like they just had a kid recently, or they went viral for something to do with their relationship, and everyone was like praising them. So to hear that it's broken up, it's just almost like, no, not another one, Do
you not fear? Like, I've started to really lose faith in the institution of marriage. I'm not going to lie.
I just feel like it's just people don't value it as much before, because marriage before, like, obviously come from a Christian, from a Christian perspective, it was like solidified in Jesus, solidified in like courtship and the Jesus being the core
and actually working.
Yeah, it's like a matrimony, and now it's just like a contract. People are like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get married because I'm scared the girl's gonna take all my assets, and it's like, hello, what about love? What about that matrimony, that that communion coming together, like it's crazy.
Because I still want to get married. Like marriage is definitely still on the cards for me, God willing. I really want it.
I don't know about me, because these niggas and these squeaks.
Yeah, but you ultimately would want to get married eventually, no? Oh, okay, she's not sure. But I still want love and marriage. But every day, like celebrities already I think it's hard for celebrity relationships because they're in the limelight. There's so much scrutiny on them anyway. And sometimes it's just hard to work when you've got so much attention coming from both sides. But like even in normal, everyday people relationships, I'm seeing so many marriages just start to crumble,
cheating, people just losing, and
falling out of love, irreconcilable
stuff.
Differences and all that.
Honestly, that falling out of love stuff rattles me.
It's scary.
It's just like, did your relationship? I get the whole you change as time progresses. Someone might hit money, someone might catch a lick, lose a lick, blah blah blah. But like when you meet someone and you ultimately decide that I want you and I want you for life, I just don't understand how anything can change that. If you blow, you guys blow together. If you crash, surely someone, is able to pick the other person up during that episode.
Have you never been in a situation, where you just turn around and you just don't like someone anymore? Has that never just occurred? Because that's a fear that I have. That one day I'll wake up and you're just in bed, just snoring, and I'm just like, I really just don't even like you anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Vice versa. Like, what about if they wake up and they're like, do you know what? Like, your morning breath is just hella strong. I don't even want you no more like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just mad. But for me, I feel like the only time I ever feel like I turn around and I'm like, I don't really like this guy anymore, is when from the get-go, the things that I was like compromising on were things that I just shouldn't have been compromising in the first place.
And they just start to get worse.
And then as time progresses, it just manifests. That's why more time now, when I'm seeing issues from the get-go, like whether I'm talking to you or blah, 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 like, I'm just like, do you know what? I'm seeing a few red flags that I know that I don't want. So I'm just cutting things off now. Especially as I'm getting older. Like, there's no point wasting anyone's time.
Because one thing my married friends say is that when you... Yeah, I have married friends. Can you imagine? It sounds weird saying it. They say that the things that you see in a relationship that you think, when you're getting married or when you're together and you're married, that things might change. They actually become more intense and more worse because you are living with them. You're constantly around them. So you're seeing it more. So if there's things that they're doing now that you don't feel like you can deal with in the long run, you need to
deuces.
Strongly consider whether this relationship is for you because
deuces.
because it's easy to say dependent, but you literally have to really evaluate whether you can actually live with this, because it literally intensifies. It just gets a lot worse. So red flags.
I think with marriages, people get in it and then naturally you become comfortable because it's like, now I can't lose you. Kind of thing. Almost. I mean, you still can, but almost you get that whole, you've chosen me, you've walked down the aisle with me, we're legally binded. So I feel like people naturally become relaxed and start really becoming themselves.
Honestly.
And that ish frightens me because it's like, what about if I actually married a dragon? And like,
you had no idea.
I had no idea.
Okay, but are you not gonna form small? Do you know what I mean? Like when you're in the relationship stage, there's certain things that you probably are never gonna show them. Naturally, you just do.
You show people the best of you, but this is why it's important to date. But even I've seen people that have like dated for like 10 years. To be fair, there's always red flags when those type of marriages break down anyway. But it's just weird how, you get legally binded and it just crumbles from there.
It's so scary. Do you know, like I was even seeing like a story on Instagram about a woman. It's so sad. This is just a trigger warning because it's about domestic abuse. But she was getting beaten by her husband. And literally she said during the courting stage, she had no idea that he never showed any sign of aggression, any sign of violence. And when they got married, started having kids, he literally switched and became a different person. And I think in getting married, that's I think one of my biggest fears. At least it's the devil when you know this is what they're like. Even if it gets worse, okay, well, this is what I signed up for when I chose to marry this person. But when you do not even see signs from when you're courting at all, and then you get married and then they become a different person, that is.
So I'm not sure if obviously that's her story, but I'm not sure if I entirely believe her. For someone to be whooping your ass every day, like you guys are in some boxing match. It's like, surely there's a sign prior to that.
Maybe there was, because I don't know her story that too tough, but it's just what she shared.
It's just like, but anyway, even regardless of that, it is hard to leave domestic, situations like that where there's domestic abuse and stuff. But even with that being said, like, how people just say like when you get married, it's like, it's not even the good times. it's basically marriage is dealing with the negatives. How everyone throws on Bella Ninja on Wedding Digest and all that stuff, or they're marriage and oh my god, weddings and stuff. Everyone that's like spoke about marriage is like, it's just dealing with the negatives, and they just paint marriage out to be such a negative thing, where surely it should be like a communion or coming together. It should be like heaven on earth almost.
I think those people are people who just probably have negative marriages. I know I hear people say a marriage is more than the wedding day. Yes, the white dress, the I-dos, the dancing, and everything's about you that day. Then it's a beautiful ceremony. But then it's what comes after all that. Do you know what I mean? Which I get. But I think obviously in any relationship, in any situation, especially with marriage, I mean, this is hopefully a lifelong thing. You're going to have... You're saying that, but it's funny because honestly, I always saw marriage as a lifelong thing, and you're gonna have issues, and there's good times and there's also difficult times. But now, honestly, I'm losing the faith in marriages, because marriages every day
it's
I'm hearing
every day another one's crumbling or another one's difficult or someone's going through this. But you know what? We just have to hope and pray. We have to keep praying.
Keep the hope alive for the marriages. I'm still in that. I'm still in that headspace of marriage, but we'll see. Like,
ciao.
So are you done? Like, are you not trying to get married anymore? Is that
of course? Like, this, my mom listens to my podcast, but
don't scare her. Don't give her a heart attack when she's
no, like definitely, it's part of, you know, it's part of life. Like, the end goal is to be married forever with a happy home and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to lie, like, it's discouraging.
A lot.
All the marriages I'm seeing are not forthcoming. And I'm not going to lie, that more time when it crumbles, it's the quality of men. I just feel like men have lost the plot recently. And from my recent experiences with men, like, they've genuinely lost the plot. Girl.
You always blame men. Like, there's always two sides.
It's always men. I'm sorry. It's genuinely always men.
But honestly, yeah, let's think about something that's even a little bit more positive. Like I was trying to mention before, like my girl, Laurie Harvey.
Listen,
how does she do it? How does she do it? No, I need to know how she does it.
Because she's a Harvey.
Because she literally did P. Diddy son and then P. Diddy brother.
You dated. No, deep it. You dated the father and the son.
And it was fine. And they're still boys.
Only thing she didn't date the Holy Spirit.
That is blasphemy.
Sorry, God.
What was that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh God.
But she's like, the thing is, do you know, there's so many YouTubes on Laurie. Like, I feel like there is a roster of women that hate on her. And people, and
what, like YouTube videos
about Laurie, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and there's a roster of men as well that hate on her, that like, oh, she's a hoe, she's dating up and down, and they don't talk about when their rappers do it. But anyway, so there's a group of women that are like, you know, she's also like, she dates around, but I just feel like they need to appreciate the fact that, I like the fact that she doesn't stay in these relationships, because we don't know exactly what's going on. We, first of all, don't know if she's even physically involved with these men. It's all based off of assumptions. You know, she's
probably
literally...
is, to be fair.
We don't actually know. I feel like she's the type that she knows her value, she knows her worth. And every time she dates, she levels up.
I just want to... Like,
she levels up.
I guess we're not... Just being honest, like, me and Laurie are not on the same level.
Listen,
like,
the recipe is that she's a Harvey who was born with a silver spoon in her mouth, who is fire AF. And yeah, if you got that, then good on you, son. But they don't sell that in the shop.
Because I honestly feel like, not even funny, like, I feel like Michael B. Jordan is elite.
Top tier.
He's top tier, unproblematic, good looking, obviously he's successful. He's someone, and I don't know him personally.
He just seems like a gentle boy.
Literally, he seems like someone that will really look after. Like,
what? I feel like...
Is there things about him that we don't know?
He just seems like a gentle... He ain't gay.
Wait, whoa.
Because basically, there was a little clip recently about, like, not recently, like last year, where there was a gay guy who said
I saw
Michael B. Jordan was toasting him.
Oh, she said toasted. Are we in Lagos? What happened there?
He said, Michael was like, do you want to go to my bedroom? And I was like, no. I mean, I don't know how true that is. Because everyone was like, oh, she's dating a gay guy anyway. I don't think he's gay.
So he didn't mention that, so I'm not going to speak on his sexuality. I don't know, but from what I have seen about him, he just seems so cool, so humble,
just so chilled.
Like now she's cheeky with it. She's cheeky with it because she tweeted like, some girls are going to be crying over men this year, but I know I won't be one of them. I just thought, okay,
positive affirmation.
I get it, but you're cheeky with it. You're rubbing it in our faces.
What do I say about men? What do I say about men? They will shock you. So Laurie,
what shock
you? What shock you? One back up. with Tim's in the morning.
Spiritual ginger. No, but seriously though.
That will shock you. So, babe, I mean, I wish you all the best, but you don't know next week.
No, I have
too.
high hopes. I have high hopes.
You could be losing appetite.
Because do you know what? We never know, because with Laurie, you know, she's dated quite a few men in a short space of time. So obviously I'm hoping for like their sake that it does last, because I see it, like even the pictures of them together, it just works.
And she just seems like a big lover, like a hopeless romantic.
I believe that she just wants to be
I feel
loved.
like everyone deserves love. And
100%.
you know, she's bagged herself a good one. Hey.
It's so weird, because I feel like, okay, see how you were saying that some guys were hating on her, calling her a hoe and stuff like that, and they weren't mentioning it about the rappers and stuff like that. I always feel like there's a double standard, but then I even think even with the double standard, there's certain girls that they will drop their double standard for, and Laurie is one of them. Don't you think?
Drop the double standard.
So
Some girls have
drop their moral standing.
Listen,
Do you know what I mean?
girls have the it factor. Some girls have the like, not to, you know, bash other girls, but there's some girl, like I know some guys that are like, oh, I'll never date this girl. She's a hoe. She's a stripper. She's this. She's that. When they meet her, they just know, nah, I need this one in my life. This one makes me want to be a better man.
Do you know why it's so funny? Because there was a tweet, and it basically said that Laurie Harvey's dating everyone but Meek Mill, and Meek Mill was the one that put her on his wish list.